There we
That should be it.
Hi there, Peter. Thank you so much for agreeing to talk about your journey and your experiences with the CHIP program, which stands for the Complete Health Improvement Program. Okay, so the first question for you is, how long have you been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes?
Yeah, well, hello, Chris. Yes, I got diagnosed in the spring, just leading to the summer of last year. That's when I first got the official report, called into the doctor. I was now type 2.
Okay. All right. How did you find out about the CHIP program?
Well, I found out about the chip program because when I was called in by the doctor, because I probably set the scene, this was like a 2-year program leading up to it. I'd
Right.
started going into doctors, you turn 60, you start going having health checks, and I was overweight. And I was told on about 3 occasions in those 2 years, I was starting to trigger near type 2 diabetes, that I needed to lose weight and look at my diet. I even had a meeting with a dietitian about a year before that. And I'm probably kidding myself. I went through that saying, yeah, I'm addressing it, but it didn't. It wasn't working till the day I got called in with a new doctor who basically read the right at me and says, "You are now type 2. There's no hiding it. You're now type 2. And if you don't change, you are going to suffer at your age with chronic health conditions that will develop.
Mm.
And because bad knees and I've got ankles and all kind of things, and you're overweight, you're the wrong, and it's all the wrong messages." And she said, "You're at an age that if you can address this, and you can almost reverse it, but you've got to make some lifestyle choices." And that's when she introduced Chip.
Right.
And she says that there's a program here. She said, "Are you willing to go on it?" And I said, "Well, of course, yes." And I've done numerous kinds of diets and things before, and I will come on to this probably later, but it's not a diet. But I said yes, and then it went away for about 4 or 5 months. Before then, I was contacted. I think yourselves really. This is the course arriving, and am I willing to join it? And that's how I heard about Chip.
Okay. Did you have any resistance to this? Did you have any resistance to it?
I would say overtly no, because I would say all the right things. My Me as a character, yes, in with that little voice in your head,
Mm.
because I say all the right things and I told the doctor all the right things. Hence the reason every 2 years became type 2. I told you kidding yourself. I was telling people, yeah, I'm losing weight, I'm doing this, but I wasn't really. You cheat, and and when I first came on it, the first few weeks, I thought, you come on these things very skeptical,
Mm.
and I was skeptical, and this isn't working, sort of thing. But then it changes. But so yes, I was at the beginning, and then it changed.
Yeah, I remember there was a bit of resistance from you, Peter, in the
Yeah.
beginning. And then there was that light bulb moment, I think. I can't remember where it was. It for about week 6, I think, when things started to change for you.
Yeah. Well, I think what did it was that you do your blood test before you go on it. So you got your base setting, your glycemic sugar, your bad cholesterol, and your good cholesterol sort of levels and everything. So you get those on blood pressure, and you go on the course. And it was around up to Christmas, so that's a hard time to come on it when you're a person who's invited out on a lot of things, or you're going out socializing, or as I said to you, the way my work was, I was driving along the A13 twice a week. And in the morning when I got off early, I'll call in at the McDonald's, driving on the near Pitsy, wherever it is, and off I went. And all the wrong things, even though I was supposed to be doing the right things. But what it was, as you got into Chip, and I did start to address reducing alcohol intake, changing the diet, cutting out, and I started to give it a go. And then and the important thing with this is when you're on Chip is the other people you then link up with. And we
Mm.
set up a WhatsApp group, and you start sharing. Gradually you get drawn into it, and the program is, when for people who go on it, as it starts to set the scene, each of these videos, and tells you the story, and it's not a diet, it actually tells you it's a lifestyle, and me it resonated. And so I did start to change. And then suddenly I did those mid-term blood tests and blood pressure tests, and the results for 2 or 3 years, I suddenly saw for the first time regression, and I thought, my God, that's that light bulb. I thought, this is working. My blood pressure, I don't mind saying, was something like 158 over 100 and something, and I suddenly dropped to 133 over 1891 it was, and then it's even gone down further now. So that they're the triggers that suddenly go, this works. It's not easy, but it works.
From what you've just said there, I think I know the answer to this question. But are you going to continue with the things that you learned on the CHIP program now and incorporate them into your life?
Yeah. Well, as I talk to you now, I'm just looking to the right here. I've got my notebook of the objectives I wrote. I had written down, and increase exercise, diet, and it's not a diet. CHIP is not. It's a lifestyle. It tells you about living better with whole grown foods and and fruit, and cutting out dairy, wheat, and so. And I've still to this day stuck with that. I have not had a McDonald's since we started. I even gone out to have meals at Christmas, and I saw a nutmeg roast on that. And I went with that.
Yeah.
I've changed, and I do not to this day. I don't have eggs. I don't have dairy. I'm on soy milk. Within a week or so, you get used to the taste, and then you don't think any other. I have oats in the morning with fruit. I eat pears during the day. I don't eat no fast food at all. In fact, now when I go around supermarkets or go out in shopping centres and I see those restaurants, I don't even spend the money there. And yes, I'm sticking with it. I'm still with it. And where it works, I've been out and about recently with doing some visits through my work, met into contractors I've not seen quite a while, post pandemic. And the first comments I've had from two only this week was, "Have you lost weight? You're looking really good." Obviously I don't know what I looked like before, but when you get people you have not seen in a long time just make that comment, that's really positive.
Yeah.
And just hones you in on it.
And you got another little secret as well, haven't you, mate? Because you shared it with me before you started the video. Your golf game has improved as well.
Sorry, of course my golf game's improved. So for those, if you're on it, my handicap had crept up to what was it? It's gone to 15 point something, and I'm it's now down at 50 to nearly 16. I'm down to 14, but I'm actually 13 points something on the. For those who know, I've just put it back with the 3 shots, so it's the best way to say it. And I physically feel better. That's the thing. Oh, a big thing on this. I used to have a trolley, and I always pushed my trolley around. I'm now carrying my bag again on my back.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. And just walking courses and enjoying my golf and knowing it's doing me good. And I think I mentioned also we go down to Cornwall a lot on holiday, and there's a coastal path right on our doorstep. And I never used to walk it. Now I'm walking 4 miles to the beach, up and down, really puffing, but absolutely improving. And it all just makes you feel better. You feel more alert. I'm better at work. I'm getting up. It really is a lifestyle change. And I'm not just promoting it. I'm being very genuine for somebody who's very skeptical when I came on the course. It's changed. It has changed me. And my family have supported me as well, because my wife is shopping, and she used to do all the shopping. I now go and do, because I have to get my little bits and everything. And it's even starting to influence my 2 children, because I see them having lots of sugar drinks. So it's influencing that. It's too much sugar. Okay. So it's in lots of ways it's helped. But yes, I'm really pleased with my golf.
Peter, thank you so much for taking part in this. And
yeah.
I mean, I'm looking forward to watching your journey in the future as well, mate. Thank you.
Great. Well, I just know anybody coming in, give it a go. Seriously, go for it, because it will change you if you stick with it. And yes, you'll be skeptical, but you'll soon overcome it if you stick with it. And I promise you, it works. It's worked for me, so it's great. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh.